Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium on the campus of Union University in Jackson, Tennessee, Flow Sports proudly presents Game 9 of the Union University Basketball Classic as the Southwest Baptist Bearcats take on Southern Arkansas's Mule Riders. Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Beverly, and this should be a dandy because both of these teams have outstanding talent. For Southwest Baptist, you're going to be hearing names like Katie Pogue from Evansville, Indiana, Sydney McNeil from Corona, California, Maya Leach from Cumberland, Ohio, and Carly Lill. She's a tremendous workhorse out on the floor from Clearwater, Kansas. For Southern Arkansas, Brinkley Downauer, outstanding server, 5'7" sophomore from Springhound, Texas. Jada Hudson from Grandview, Texas. And then Ava Tanner from Brock, Texas, as well as Macy Shaver, another outstanding server from Prosper, Texas. And we'll be calling many, many more as the afternoon goes along. This will be the last game that Southern Arkansas plays here in the Classic. Southwest Baptist has one more to go. That's at approximately 5 o'clock. And that'll be against Arkansas Monticello. And the team's doing their final loosening up. This has been a fun weekend here, particularly to have indoor sports when the weather is as miserable as it has been since Thursday evening in West Tennessee. And they're waiting on the official signal. And when they do, we will be ready to go. And Macy Shaver is waiting very patiently. She's ready to let fly with the first serve of the game. Southern Arkansas coached by Allie Harrell and assisted by Sarah Ford. And Southwest Baptist head coach is James Hanger, and his assistant is Jackie Barber. And for those of you who've never been to Jackson, Tennessee, it's on I-40 between Memphis and Nashville. It was the home of the legendary Carl Perkins, Mr. Blue Suede Shoes himself. And again, they're having a discussion with the two coaches. And I think we are finally ready to go. We were behind in finishing. They're trying to get these things going within 2 hours of each other, and that's asking a lot unless you have straight sets. Our first game today, it ended in about 78 minutes, so they had a long 42-minute break between games, but you had 4 sets, and a few of them were very close in the previous game between Arkansas Monticello and Catawba. So because of that, we are starting approximately 20 minutes late with the telecast, and now they're trying to make sure that the floors are dry. The one thing you don't want to see is a player slide and perhaps even fall forward and have a concussion. And let's remind you what's ahead. About 20 minutes after this one, it'll be Union, the host team, taking on Edward Waters from Jacksonville, Florida, and then this same Southwest Baptist team will go at 5 o'clock approximately against Arkansas Monticello. Tonight at 7, Union with its final appearance in the finale against Ouachita Baptist. And we saw Ouachita take out Edward Waters in 3 straight sets on this very floor in the opening game this morning. You know, here it is, it's 1:23 in the afternoon, and it seems like it has been an eternity since we launched it at 9 o'clock in the morning. And this is the second weekend of a 2-week classic. You had 5 different teams in here along with Union last weekend, and that was outstanding action, and this has been as well. And I want to say hello to all of the moms, dads, grandpas, grandmas, and all of the aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers and sisters, good friends, and anybody else that you want to add to the list of all of these players. I know that especially if one of them belongs to you, you are especially proud of them, and we are glad that if you couldn't make the trip into Jackson for this weekend classic, that you are with us on Flow Sports. And I am happy to be along for the ride because it is as much fun for me as it is for you to see your loved ones play out here on the floor. And had the opportunity to see a number of teams that I have not seen because none of these are in-conference foes. So you've got a mix and match of different conferences from around the country. Union plays in the Gulf South Conference and won't be long before they'll be heading into conference action. They will not be home this coming week. But a lot of these young women, as they head back to their respective schools, they will be heading into their conference action very, very quickly. Season ends, in my mind, way too fast because it's usually over by late October unless you go deep into playoffs. And that is largely so you make the transition to men's and women's basketball. And we are finally set to go. And here's Macy Shaver to get us started. Has a strong line drive, right-handed serve. Blocked up front. Good combination up front by Isla Olivas and Landry Rogers. And they drive home the first point of the game for Southern Arkansas. Mule Riders are in the dark blue, and the Bearcats are in the white. Blocked up front, in between the four defenders in that quadrant. They found the gap. And the first 2 points go to the Mule Riders. I've been impressed with the talent on both of these teams, and they're very resilient if they get behind in a contest. And that is a cause of both power and geometry. Ella Rodemaker, she is one that can deliver in the clutch, and she just did. And here's the first serve for the Bearcats. And goes off of the far left-hand side front line defender, so point goes to Southern Arkansas. And this is Dauenhauer, and couldn't quite get it up. She rifled it, but it went just below the top of the net. So an early service error. Here's Kinsey Lilly from Richmond, Texas. That's a low set. And they were trying for a gap over on the right-hand side. And it was just beyond the stripe. So we're tied at 3. And here's Lilly with the delivery. That's a wham-bammer. Perfectly delivered by Lawrence. Pardon me, that was Carlin Whaley. Lawrence is our other number 20. Carlin Whaley, who's the senior from Magnolia, Arkansas. And you see a lot of two-arm curl returns. High set. And they're in the net, so the point goes to Southwest Baptist. And checking in for Southern Arkansas is very talented player Sadie Kabich. We had an opportunity to see both these teams a couple of times yesterday, and the point flies through for Lauren Moultrie. She is from Fairburn, Georgia, a 5'11 senior. And coming in to serve, Ava Tanner from Brock, Texas. She's also a senior. They are loaded with upperclassmen on this Southern Arkansas team. Flat-footed serve. Off of the hands of Cabbage. And I mean, that one was rifled. So they'll trade off so they can get a new server in. And this is Janelle Pido from Fontana, California. All right, this one has to go. Strong set, blocked up front. Nicely saved by the mid-blocker. Trying to save it unsuccessfully so, and credit that one to Jada Hudson from Grandview, Texas. A 6-5 game with SAU on top. There's the high set. Tried to get it in between those defenders and blocked. But the point goes to SBU. And back to serve. Chandler Lawrence. We saw her have a fine afternoon yesterday. And that's out of the range of Janelle. She really dove hard trying to see if she could save it, but that thing was rocketing at about 40 miles an hour. So here we go. Sadie's back to serve from Henrietta, Texas. Soft return. Middle blockers doing their job well. And that one was pounded just too hard, and I can tell you that Maya Leach knew it the minute she let it go off of her palm. She can rear back and fire, and when she does, you just have to be sure you have control over it. Well, that time there was plenty of control. The geometry was absolutely perfect. And Hannah Jackson delivers the point. She's from Carrollton, Texas. As I've mentioned, this Southern Arkansas team may be in Arkansas, but they are loaded with players from Texas. They've got one from California, one from Georgia, Kansas, but tons of Texans on this team. Here goes a medium-sized set. This one must go. Good save in the backcourt. And doubling down on it on the front line. That was a combination for Rory Stanley and Maya Leach. And we're all deadlocked at 8. As we said, on paper, this looks like about as even a matchup as we have, and a same combination delivers again. It looked as though that these two teams were about as evenly matched as possible, and they may well be, but as I always say, paper means nothing when you're out on the floor. Logan Drennan, the serve, but the point goes the other way. And back in to serve is going to be Macy Shaver. They have so much confidence in her back in the service area. And they're lined up in what looks like an old T formation in football. Well, they attempted to wham it home, and that was Ella Rademacher. But the blockers were there. And it's a 10-9 lead for Southern Arkansas. Macy to serve again. She takes about a one step and then a hop. High set. And finding the right angle, got some spin on it that time. Carlin Whaley delivers the point. An 11-9 lead for the Mule Riders. And that young lady has determination written all over her. Maya Leach from Cumberland, Ohio. And she's going back to serve. And I can tell you she does that very well. They had to dig down low for it. Now let's see, is it in? And I think they say no, it was on the stripe. A nice try by Whaley, but she was just out of bounds with it. And let's see, personnel situation, point is going to Southern Arkansas. And we're back to a 12-11 lead for the Mule Riders, and in to serve is Brinkley Dowenauer. I watched her yesterday in one of her contests, and tremendous job behind the stripe. High set. And trying to force it home in that same corner was Whaley. And she tried to go wide with it, and they decided to continue the volley, and that one is in. They caught the backline defenders up too far and managed to squeeze it inside the square. And we're tied at 12. And Kenzie Lilly to serve it from Richmond, Texas, a sophomore. Good save in the backcourt. And outside the range, trying desperately to save it, was Maya Leach, and she couldn't get to it. So here is Isla Olivas from Fort Worth. This is a dandy so far. The high set again. Good job in the backcourt. Good recovery on that by Lilly. Fake the set, and Macy Shaver just hooked it over. And a 14-12 lead for the Mule Riders. But this one has not been, that's 2 points has been the biggest lead so far between the two teams. Olivas back to serve. And so far, and I'm looking at our stat line right now, 3 kills for Leach, 4 digs for Lilly. And we'll give you more stats as the game goes along. High jump on that serve, and out of the reach of Logan Drennan, who dove for it, and timeout is called. 15-12, the edge right now, Southern Arkansas. More in a moment.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Our production today is from Worthy Road Studios. Our director, Christopher Reasons, and on camera, Billy Bolin II, who we also refer to as BB2. That one low. I have to tell you, Chandler Lawrence was not going to be denied. She was determined to get that slammed over the net. Back to serve, Katie Pogue from Evansville, Indiana. Now, that's what you call downward flight with a mission, and Carlin Whaley delivered that quite well. She's from Magnolia, Arkansas, and Ava Tanner is back in to serve. Just a smooth, flat-footed serve. And we're going to play this at the front lines. Block and in. 4-point lead now for SAU. Tanner delivers. Wide. Hannah Jackson reared back and fired, but that one was about 4 feet beyond the stripe. So Tanner now with a 5-point lead. Desperation save, and it does work. Blocked. Trying a rough one again is Carly Lill. Excellent save. Now let's see, did it go into the net? Yes, it did. Tanner dashing back to retrieve it. Timeout called. 6-point lead now for Southern Arkansas.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
We want to take a moment to thank our local sponsors and our national sponsors here on Flow Sports for supporting Gulf South Conference athletics. And of course, this weekend at Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. We are so much appreciative to all of them, and we appreciate those of you watching on our Flow Sports app for subscribing. And keep doing it, because it's your opportunity to see some of the best in Division II athletics, just as we have seen here this weekend. And here goes Ava Tanner. And that one goes astray. So Southwest Baptist with an opportunity to try to make a rally. Down by 5. And Janelle goes back to serve. In between two defenders, there was a little bit of indecision between Tanner and Hudson as to who was going to go for that. So they have sliced the margin down to 4. Gets nice height on our jump. Libero does a good job of being able to stay in it. They're going to play it again at the front line. Both sides doing a tremendous job of saving. Just let the pictures tell the story right here. This is the best volley we've seen perhaps all afternoon. And it is climaxed by a whammer from Katie DeLong from Overland Park, Kansas. And Jada Hudson will go back to serve. They're 5 away from victory in this first game. Too long. You could tell when Carly Lill reared back that she had just a little bit too much punch behind it. That one is squarely off the hands of Tanner. So they are still alive, 21-16, and going back to serve will be Chandler Lawrence. There's the high set. Off the hands of the defenders. Nicely delivered by Landry Rogers. 3 away from victory in the first game, and Sadie Cabish goes back to serve it. Nothing fooled them up front. Blocked and retrieved. This one has to go. And using the net for the advantage, Maya Leach delivers the point. Leach with 3 kills today and 3 digs. So she's mixing it up well. And here's Logan Drennan. She's already had 4 assists in the contest and 3 digs herself. Logan from Brighton, Colorado. And I think the official is finally ready to signal. Let's go. Trying to stay alive despite being 5 down. That's what we talk about geometry in volleyball. She measured it. It was about a 30-degree angle and stayed in. So Olivas makes it a 23-17 game, and here's Macy Shaver again. Into the net. They can't save it. So they're just matching cards right now, trading points. Maya Leach will go back to serve. Trying to keep from a service error, and she indeed did. That one went right on Sadie Cabish, and so we will have another timeout. You visit with our sponsors, and we'll be back to visit with you some more.
seconds. Watch his head.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Maya Leach to serve. And they won't be able to track that one down. Valiant effort by Jada Hudson, but they have closed the gap now to 3 as Southwest Baptist attempts to make a surge. They were down 5. There's a medium-sized set. Good job of saving it. These teams are drilled in situations. And that goes off of the hands of Whaley. We got a 2-point game, folks. Well, as I said, on paper, these teams look to be even. And right now, the paper is looking pretty good. She got that great wicked curve at the end of that serve. Whammo. And it was just too far right. And it went over into the Southern Arkansas bench. So it is game point now with Brinkley Downhour to serve it. Perfect downward flight delivered by Rory Stanley. So SBU is still alive. And it's Kinsey Lilly back to serve. Too long. Game 1 goes to Southern Arkansas, but it was a dandy, 25-22. And we played it in 30 minutes. So we'll see if the Bearcats can match cards with them in game number 2 after these messages. Steve Beverly back with you for Game 2 of Southwest Baptist against Southern Arkansas here in the Union University Volleyball Classic. And the Mule Riders were doing a little bit of a jump around with the music while they were waiting on their opponents to return. They took the opener 25-22. And looking at some of the stats, Tanner the leader in assists with 6. Shaver had 5. In kills, Whaley had 3 for Southern Arkansas. And then in digs, the leader was Cabish with 5. Over on the other side, Southwest Baptist, 6 digs for Lilly, 4 for Pogue. In assists, the leader is Drennan with 6. And in kills, it is Maya Leach with 4. Pretty well even in the team stats. Kills, Southwest Baptist the edge 14-13. Digs, they have the edge 21-20. And in service aces, 2-1. So we'll follow that as all of this evolves. And in to serve, Janelle Pido. Got a lot of spin on that one, and it went in the wrong direction. So the Mule Riders come through with the first point, and they've got to clean up, again, more of this moisture. We have not seen the Mad Mopper show up as she did yesterday. She may be taking a Saturday off. I don't know. I'll let you know if I see her enter the building. High jumping serve. And up high, the angle down, it worked perfectly for Katie DeLong, who quickly checks out. And the serve will go to Macy Shaver. They have so much confidence in her. She's a senior, and they depend on her for an extraordinary amount of leadership on this ball club. And here they go, and it was into the net. So a 2-1 lead now for the Mule Riders. Macy bobbles that thing before she lets it fly. Perfect block up front. Combination of Olivas and Whaley. And they have ripped off 3 in a row after losing the first point of the matchup here in Game 2. That was a medium-sized set. And she's had to chase it down, and she can't do it. That was a valiant effort for Logan Drennan, but she was on the verge of dropping into somebody's lap on the bottom row. Macy Shaver again. Line drive that curved left. Excellent retrieve by Sadie Cabish. And does it again. Perfect set, and it goes off of the hands of Drennan. They're on a roll, 5-1. And the Bearcats swap out a couple of players. And Macy back in to serve once again. Allie Harrell has to be really pleased with what she sees right now. That went deep back into the square. Off the hands that time of Whaley. Back to serve now is Maya Griggs, the freshman from St. Louis. And she does the run and jump serve. High set, but that one sailed. That looked like the top half of a globe, the way that trajectory was. So with a 4-point lead, Brinkley Downhour back to serve. I enjoy watching this young lady play because she is just so spirited all over the floor. Now that's timing a jump and having confidence in your angle. And Carlin Whaley with the definitive 7th point. And some subs come in now for Southwest Baptist. Brinkley takes a lot of dribbles before she makes that run and jump serve. Blocked up front and recovered into the net and saved. Terrific job by Whaley. All right, this has to go. Going to the backcourt. Some nice exchanges both ways around, and it is Cochran who slams it home. Back to a 7-3 game, and Katie Pogue, again, another talented server, is in. Again, confidence, timing your jump right and getting the downward flight. Olivas did it very well. We've seen that on 2 of the last 3 points. And they are up 8-3. Here's the modest-sized set. And off the hands of the defenders. They're up 9-3. Remember, about 20 minutes after the end of this one, Union will take on Edward Waters. We have timeout, and we'll have more after this.
Has your home comfort gone to the dogs? Beat the heat this summer with Jackson's most trusted team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air Conditioning. Our York certified and trained technicians can repair or replace your HVAC system, keeping everyone cool so you don't end up in the doghouse. Sit, relax, simply call or go to our website. It's wonderful to chill knowing you always have someone by your side. Your HVAC system's best friend, McCoy's Heating and Air.
The biggest thing for me was realizing the value that you receive from a Christ-centered education.
You'll have some things modeled for you that you're not going to get at a big secular state school, even though it might be cheaper, and that's a big deal to sit under somebody who loves the Lord, who loves his craft, and who's ready to impart all of that to you.
Definitely don't write off a university just because of costs, especially Union. They really do help students generously with financial aid.
A 9-3 lead. And this one has been fairly well dominated by Southern Arkansas that won the first set 25-22. And they curl it over. Pogue trying to save it. And it is. So the point goes to the Bearcats. And Cochran's going to serve it. A standing, flat-footed serve. Good block up front. The combination is there from Hudson and Moultrie. And Ava Tanner to serve it. Here's the high set. And that one is in between two defenders. Hudson saw the angle and looked for the gap and had it. Tanner on the afternoon, 7 assists and 4 digs. Well, the defenders couldn't get it up high enough. It went off of about 4 hands, and so the point goes back in the opposite direction to the Bearcats. And Chandler Lawrence to serve it. They're in the net. Point goes back over to Southern Arkansas. This time it's Jada Hudson. And checking back in is Landry Rogers to play up front. That one spins and almost went out of control. And that one goes off the head of Griggs. So an 8-point lead now for the Mule Riders, and another timeout is called. We'll have more after this.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Well, so far this has been dominated in the second game by Southern Arkansas, and even if there is a rally for Southwest Baptist, they just don't seem to have enough answers, and particularly for the front line that has done a tremendous job of blocks. Right now, Tanner with 10 assists leads the game, 9 for Shaver, 10 digs for Cabish, and 5 kills for Carlin Whaley. And on the other side, 8 assists for Drennan of Southwest Baptist. And desperation save. In. And you could see the enthusiasm on Lauren Moultrie. And that started the whole bench jumping. And Hudson, apparently something amusing happened over on the bench. Now she gets the signal. That's wide. Aiming for that upper left-hand corner, but just too much on it. So Hudson with a 10-point lead. And that time, the delivery was just right. And Jackson delivers the point. So let's see if they can rally here while they're in service with Logan Drennan back to deliver. 8 assists today for Logan. And the front line makes it happen once again with a 1-2 punch. That was Stanley. And I couldn't see the number of the other player. That's what you call sheer determination. And yes, they do work on that kind of intensity in practice. They go through situations. And Landry Rogers just shows how it pays off. A 17-7 lead now. And Cavish back to serve after Rogers delivered the kill. Into the net. Rogers' palm went down on the ball before she was able to get underneath it and get some height on it. Checking back in, Janelle is in to serve. Down by 9, and they need some good service and good up-front play. Again, a perfect delivery, but it was just outside the stripe. And just barely. Here goes Janelle with the serve. Blocked. Front line delivers again. And timeout called, 17-10. It's narrowing a bit. We'll see if it does any more so after we come back. My director, Christopher Reasons, is telling me that he would like to be able to be out there on the floor and see if he could return some of these cannonballs that are coming from some of the players. Somehow, if you were to know, Chris, you would know that that may not be one of the more advisable ideas. We've got a small rally going now for Southwest Baptist. It was an 11-point lead, and it has been shaved down to 7. Front line with the block and the point to the Mule Riders. So it's back up to 18-10. Macy Shaver to serve. Seems like about every 3 minutes, Macy's back there in service. High set. Good save in the midline for both of them, and not able to do it, doing a somersault, is Sadie Cavish. And going back to serve is Maya Griggs. Taking her time. They've having, again, to clean the floor. They get so much moisture when these players hit it. High set across court. And she led her player. Good save by Cavish. Up front, blocked it, but it went out of bounds. So they've ever so slightly sliced the lead down to 6, with Griggs ready to let fly again. They curled it over once again. Chasing it almost back to the scorer's table was Cochran. This is one of the better volleys. High set. And they have to go off the grid. This one has gone on for about 40 seconds, and that one was wide. Back to the 7-point lead at 19-12. And Dowenauer back to serve. She gets a high jump when she releases the ball, blocked up front. And that goes off the defenders. And the serve goes back to Southwest Baptist. And Katie Pogue will be back there attempting to deliver. 6 assists, 5 digs for Katie this afternoon. That one had to go, and it did, off of the fingertips of Lawrence. So they've hit 25 away from taking their second straight set. We've just hit 2:15 for those of you watching in the Central Time Zone, 3:15 in the East. High jump to block that one by Moultrie. Moultrie's 5'11", but she jumped like a 6'9" player to deliver that point. And that one's wide. Went wide left. They didn't have really a good opportunity to set that one up. And so it's back to a 9-point commanding lead now for Southern Arkansas and Isla Olivas. Yet that high jump serve. This has to go. Good save, and it goes off the backboard. And point goes to Southwest Baptist, and they are arguing a bit that the ball did go off the backboard and that should not be a penalty in any way, and it did. I keep thinking that one of these shots is going to finally be a ringer, but it hasn't happened yet this weekend. Here's Cochran to serve it, but they are still having a discussion between the two officials, and we did see one reversal this afternoon. So let's see if is there any change. We had one situation where they replayed the point. And the official is explaining the ground rule. And they win the discussion. So it is 9-point lead now at 22-13. So they basically replay the point. And Olivas waiting on the signal. All right, this one has to go, and it does. High set, blocked. And just barely over the net. Jada Hudson delivered that one. And I think she was about as surprised as anyone else. 10-point lead, 2 away from taking the second straight set. They're into the net, but managed to get away from it. Very fortunate at that carom. Again, faked the set, and Shaver curled it over. It's game point. And Olivas is going to try to deliver it. And that's up to the ceiling. They aren't going to save it. Southern Arkansas up 2-0, 25-13. And we have been playing it now for 58 minutes. We'll be back with what could be the third and final set right after this. This is National Mental Health Month. Depression and anxiety are two of the leading causes of mental illness. We encourage you to join us in the fight against mental illness to stomp out the stigma of mental illness, and also to be aware that it could be someone in your family, it could be a close friend, perhaps even you suffering from mental illness today. Remember, you can't get well if you don't get help. We're about set for game 3, and this is do or die time for Southwest Baptist. And that one pounded right into the net. So Southwest Baptist starts out with the lead. And back to serve it is Kinsey Lilly. High set. Let me tell you, she was a target back there, Janelle was. Blocked up front. Nice save, and it is going to go to the back. Another high set, and I don't believe that Janelle Pido can track that one down. So we're tied at 1. It is a big hole for Southwest Baptist to be able to dig out of in this case because, I mean, it is a tall order to win 3 straight sets against a team like the Mule Riders. She went left-handed. Almost a collision in front of the scorer's table, but nailing it home, Hannah Jackson. And back to serve is Logan Drennan, the freshman who has been very impressive. 11 assists this afternoon. Block. Front line block by Olivas. And she will serve. First set, Southern Arkansas took 25-22, and then very handily in the second set, 25-13. Having to chase it down, this one has to go. Block. That was a combination of Hannah Jackson and Chandler Lawrence. And here's Hannah back to serve it. And she has that shotgun serve. Perfect left to right angle for Jada Hudson. And they'll switch out and bring in Ava Tanner to serve it. And just beyond the range of Cabish. Energy, enthusiasm coming up on the Southwest Baptist bench. And again, going right to left this time, Jada Hudson again delivers the correct angle. So this one has been played on even terms so far. And the lady from Grandview will attempt to regain the lead. That one went up into the second row off of the hands of Cabish. When you're a libero, you are often a target, and she was there. 5-4 lead for Southwest Baptist. Well, that was a rifle. Lauren Moultrie. And boy, was she happy with that one. So Sadie is back to serve it. Been great to have all of these teams here. They help the hospitality economy here in Jackson, Tennessee, when you have this many teams come in and they spend nights and also eat in our restaurants and facilities. And we thank them all. Outside of the range of Hudson. So the Bearcats regain the lead. And rushing to check in. Janelle's back in there so they can get her in to serve. And she takes the run and jump style of that, and the front line again delivers. Rory Stanley, Kinsey Lilly, excuse me. She does not have an alliterative name. off the net, almost fooled the defenders. I'll tell you what, Sadie is taking a pounding there, and the point goes to the Bearcats. Timeout called. Southwest Baptist trying to win a set. They're up 8-5.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Southwest Baptist Bearcats up 8-5, trying to extend the lead, but it won't happen this time. Mule Riders moving left to right with a perfect angle. And it's Macy Shaver going back to serve, and she's one who can deliver points in succession back in the service block. High set, blocked, but not over. Back to the three-point lead, and Kinsey Lilly will serve it. Kinsey's going to move it over to the right-hand side. And that was all set up by the front line defense. And you could see the combination of Chandler Lawrence and Hannah Jackson once again. High set. Off the defenders. Landry Rogers with the point. And Brinkley Dowenauer, who seems to be always back there when they're attempting to make a rally, takes it over again. The run and jump. That's high, and I don't know if that one's going to come down. It finally did. That had hang time on it. Outside the range, desperately trying to save it was Cabish, but she just could not get to it. And this one has stayed steady around a 3 to 4 point lead for Southwest Baptist. Here's a high set. Perfect downward flight by Katie Pogue. Logan Drennan to serve it. Largest lead so far in this game for the Bearcats. And she curls it back over. Perfect set, the block. And give that one to Hannah Jackson, the sophomore from Carrollton, Texas. And it's Olivas to serve. They are pouring it on, and timeout is called. 14-7. Southwest Baptist leads it.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Well, this is a turnaround, as after losing the first 2 sets, Southwest Baptist, it's 2 touchdowns to 1 as they attempt to extend this match. And we are very pleased to have had so many parents and a few grandparents who have made their way to Jackson, Tennessee to see these young women play. It's always a wonderful thing for me to personally meet the family members of so many of these young folks. Playing better defensive ball, and again, trying to save it. That was a big gamble by, I must tell you, that was a huge gamble over. Lauren Moultrie just made a desperation for it, and that one went almost to the exit. And here is Olivas back to serve it. Takes a lot of big bounces and then gets a big stretch. Excellent save. And that one didn't go. Sometimes when you get into a crowd like that, it just becomes very difficult to deliver. And Olivas is ready to deliver it. The unforced error makes it a 16-9 game. And Hannah Jackson back to try to extend the lead. Jackson with 5 kills on the afternoon. And they were somewhat asleep on the front line, and it was nicely delivered by Ella Rodemaker. Eight-point lead now. This one has been dominated so far by Southwest Baptist. Tried to get it with the gap over on the lower left-hand side, but instead went into the net. So Jackson to serve again with a commanding 9-point lead. That was an exclamation point, to say the least, from Lauren Moultrie. Mule Riders trying to make a comeback now with Ava Tanner in service. Flat-footed serve. Front line Moultrie really blocking. And that was just a change of concentration for Dauenauer. I think she was changing her strategy at the 11th hour and just lost control of it. There's the set. Downward flight, perfectly navigated. They have doubled them 20-10. And this is the most dominant in a set that we have seen Southwest Baptist. Now, that was sheer will. Katie DeLong willed that on the other side in between defenders. And here's Jada Hudson to serve. Just hung up on the net. And point goes to the Bearcats. Back up by 10 at 21-11. And James Hanger has to be extraordinarily proud of the comeback that his team has made, and they did not fold whatsoever despite being down 2 sets. Unable to save it was Jada Hudson. They are 3 away from closing it to a 2-1 margin. In between, she found that gap between the 4. It was almost like she was serving up a plate of pie. And the dink does not work. So 2 in a row for Southern Arkansas, and Sadie goes back to serve again. They never believe they're out of one, even if you're down by 9. And a bit of a tumble for Cabbage. So now Southwest Baptist 2 away from victory in the 3rd game. This definitely assures that Union and Edward Waters are going to be playing well after the 3 o'clock scheduled time. Desperation save. Once again, it's Tanner who protects it. And point to the Mule Riders. And they swing back in with Macy Shaver to serve it. Still down by 9. Macy waiting for the signal. That was perfectly topped. Olivas manages to smash it off the fingertips. Macy is fully confident of making a long rally here. Unable to crash down, and she crashed down, but unable to save it was Kenzie Lilly, and timeout is called. 23-16, and the Mule Riders are making a bit of a rally. We'll be back in a moment.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
A 10-point lead is down to 7. And Macy Shaver back to let one fly. The set. Blocked up front nicely. Blocked. This has to go. It does. The determination of Olivas. That's her 4th kill of the game. And all of a sudden, they're on a 4-0 run. High set, it's game point. Credit that one to Kenzie Lilly. Actually, it's a number 6 out there instead of a 5. That is Sydney McNeil. Here is Kenzie with the serve. The set. And the whistle. Point goes over to SAU, and they are still alive, down by 6, 24-18. Into the net. So the lead is 5. And once again, it is Downhour. Even though it is game point, they believe they can make this rally. They got to hurry, and they can't. Some confusion as to who was going to go after it. Downhour again. Almost into the net. Trying to end the set, and they do. 25-20. So Southwest Baptist comes back and makes this an interesting match. It's 2-1 in favor of the Mule Riders, and we'll have game 4 after this. So we go to game 4. Southern Arkansas took the first two, 25-22 and 25-13, and then leading virtually all the way by as many as 10. Southwest Baptist wins game 3, 25-20. So if the Bearcats manage to duplicate what they did in game 3, we'll go to the 15-point tiebreaker. And as is the custom, almost after every game, they got to squeegee up as much of that moisture as they possibly can off the floor. And I'm very disappointed that we haven't seen the Mad Mopper here this afternoon. Maybe she just decided to take Saturday off. If you were with us for one of our telecasts yesterday, you saw her in about 3 games making a mad dash to clean up the floors. Okay, here we go. Here's the high set, almost too high. And a nice little hook shot for Sydney McNeil. And it's a 1-0 lead. And Janelle back to serve. And trying to deliver it and doing so. Katie DeLong with that soft delivery in the corner. So we're even up at 1, and the first server, no surprise whatsoever, Macy Shaver. And watch the front line play. And I think if you look at Isla Olivas, she was very, very patient instead of trying to take on that ball in the net. That one took a wicked curve on the downward flight. What a save by Cabish, and 2 in a row. And beyond the defender, and it is Landry Rogers. So after losing that third set, at least in the early going, it appears that the alarm clock has gone off again for Southern Arkansas with the 3-1 lead. Macy back to serve it again. And she gets that wicked curve. And that one just barely stayed in. But they regain control of service. And Kenzie Lilly is going to back. Pound it, and Kenzie gets the return. And that was the talent of Katie Pogue. So we're all even at 3, and Kenzie back to serve again. Once again, Cabish. She's a target, but she is a huge saver. In. They just sailed that one beyond the defenders, and it was a watch and wait to see if it was going to stay in bounds, and it did. So now a 4-3 lead for Southwest Baptist. Here's the set. Blocked up front, combination by Sydney McNeil and Chandler Lawrence. So 4 consecutive points. And Kinsey, who has 10 digs and 6 assists, is doing the job serving. Front line does its job. Olivas picks up the point. And so Brinkley Dowenauer goes back to do one of the things she does best, and that is to serve. Brinkley, 8 digs, 2 assists, and 1 service ace today. One-handed. They took a gamble on it, and it went out of bounds, so it was a smart gamble. Brinkley to deliver again with it all tied up at 5. Into the net. Just didn't quite have enough height on it. And checking back in for the Bearcats is Logan Drennan, and she's going to serve. Logan today, 16 assists, 9 digs. That's a career afternoon. Trying to save it, but it was beyond the range of Janelle. So we're playing on just about level terms in this third game. High set. Almost a collision on the right-hand side. Block. And that was Lawrence and Jackson who made that happen. And Hannah Jackson going back to serve it. After getting down 3-0, Southwest Baptist up 7-6 here in set number 4. Well, how do you do, Ms. Moultrie? Woo! That's one of those that if you were on a golf course, you would yell 4 if that was coming in your direction. And they can't get it. Soft return by Katie Pogue, and that led to the score. Chandler Lawrence to deliver. And Hannah Jackson in the backcourt with her. And let's see. They say it was in. So we're all even at 8. Jada Hudson at 5'10" trying to deliver. You had almost 4 hands on that one. Block. And that was just out of the range of Jackson. So Southern Arkansas back to the lead at 9-8. This is just seesaw. Pounding it home. Once again, the talents of Ella Rodemaker and Katie Pogue, again doing what she does so well, and that is to serve. Punched hard with a line drive. Blocked up front and recovered. And again, another double team up front. Lauren Moultrie was one of the 2 that made that happen. And she checks out temporarily, and it is Sadie Cabbage to serve. And that one was the rear back and fire that was just beyond the target, so it's an 11-9 lead now for Southern Arkansas. And we got timeout. Mule Riders by 2. If they win this set, it's done. More in a moment.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Well, if you're expecting to see Union against Edward Waters, that one's going to have to wait a bit because we are still in the fourth game of the best of 5 between Southern Arkansas and Southwest Baptist. So it'll be approximately 20 minutes after this one ends. Into the net. So SAU picks up another one. And now, after the early portion of this game was largely on the edge of the Bearcats, the Mule Riders are beginning to extend it out a bit. Here's the set. And they're not going to be able to save it. Front line does it again for the Bearcats to close it within 2. And checking in to serve, it's going to be Janelle Pido. This front line has done a good job of keeping Southwest Baptist into it. Here's a high set. And that one went into the third row. A fella got himself a souvenir. And give credit to that to Hannah Jackson. All right, Janelle trying to see if she can get this one tied again. Almost got it between the defenders. All right, Janelle gets it back up. And Jackson over. That hangs up on the net. And we are tied at 12. It is a 3-0 run for the Bearcats, who are trying to tie this match. And waiting on the signal from the official, and she finally gets it. That one drops low. Janelle retrieves it, and then Pogue, and they get it, and they have the lead at 13-12. And they appear to be back in sync, and timeout called by Allie Harrell. So 1 point lead now for the Bearcats. We could be headed for 5 in a moment.
Has your home comfort gone to the dogs? Beat the heat this summer with Jackson's most trusted team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air Conditioning. Our York certified and trained technicians can repair or replace your HVAC system, keeping everyone cool so you don't end up in the doghouse. Sit, relax, simply call or go to our website. It's wonderful to chill knowing you always have someone by your side. Your HVAC system's best friend, McCoy's Heating and Air.
The biggest thing for me was realizing the value that you receive from a Christ-centered education.
You'll have some things modeled for you that you're not going to get at a big secular state school, even though it might be cheaper, and that's a big deal to sit under somebody who loves the Lord, who loves his craft, and who's ready to impart all of that.
All right, Janelle back to the serve, and it's only going to be a one hit to get it over. She tried for the box in the quadrant, and that one just sent packing Kinsey Lilly. So we are even at 13, so it did work after the timeout. And no surprise, Macy Shaver is going to serve it. She again has that curving serve. Is it in? It is. Point back to Southwest Baptist. And Kinsey Lilly will serve it. Kinsey with 12 digs, 7 assists today. She's been all over the floor. Perfect downward flight by Jada Hudson. This is one of those that could be 30-28. And here's Downauer. And they managed to save it. Again, fake the set, but they were expecting it. And the point goes to SAU. Now back up 15-14. Downauer, a steady server. Sophomore who plays like a senior. And they won't be able to chase that one down unless they risk life and limb. All even again. This is the 6th tie that we have had in this game, 15-15. And it's Logan Drennan to serve it. Good save by Logan. The pound, did it go off the hand? Yes, it did. It went off the hand of Kinsey Lilly. Back to the 1-point lead, and Isla Olivas to serve it. And they got to clean it up again. They did whistle for her to serve it, and it went into the net. So now it's up to Hannah Jackson for the Bearcats. Nobody is being able to get much of even an inch, much less a cushion in this 4th game. Good volley. Powering that one home. She had the perfect geometry on it, and Carlin Whaley delivers. 17-16, we're beginning to get late in this 4th game. Union and Edward Waters will be 20 minutes after this one. And the cleanup crew, which consists of the players themselves, has finished its job. Off the defenders, but nicely saved by Cabish. There's the set. And the point goes to tie it up again to the Bearcats. This time, Chandler Lawrence on the serve. Most of these servers of late have only been back there for 1 point. Kinsey Lilly does her job. Blocked. Somehow that was only 3 hits. And that line drive was not hittable that Jada Hudson delivered, and she's going to serve. Back with a 1-point lead. This is one of those that you better check your blood pressure over. Blocked, and almost a reflex to get it back over. High set. Blocked. Another high set. Saved by Savage. Off the hands of Moultrie. Savage, another excellent save. Now this is textbook play, and it's in. Rodemaker took a big gamble, but she had just enough of an opening to make the score and tie it. Katie Pogue going back to score. And also after the cleanup, McNeil will be back in. I think the players ought to get a little NIL money for this. I'm not supposed to mention products, but I can think of several that they could probably endorse. The easy dig. Every point so critical. Every movement of the ball. The block out of bounds. So the lead swings in the other direction, 19-18, and timeout. Don't go away. You may get too nervous.
The biggest thing for me was realizing the value that you receive from a Christ-centered education.
You'll have some things modeled for you that you're not going to get at a big secular state school, even though it might be cheaper, and that's a big deal to sit under somebody who loves the Lord, who loves his craft, and who's ready to impart all of that to you.
Definitely don't write off a university just because of costs, especially Union. They really do help students generously with financial aid.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
19-18 lead for the Bearcats, who are trying to send this one to a 5th set. And here's Katie Pogue. Savage, another save. And out of the range, trying to desperately grab it was McNeil. So we're tied at 19, and Sadie's going back to serve. This has been a grinder. If this thing is tied up again and they go to the 5th set, it's going to all be on emotion and stamina, because this one has just, this particular game has just been on edge. Nobody able to get a large lead at all. The set. Trying to get it between the defenders, and it's in the net. So the lead switches back over to Southern Arkansas, which would like to finish it all off with this game, and their bench is coming alive as Sadie serves it. This has to go. And that was all Landry Rogers. She measured it perfectly, and timeout is called by the Bearcats. We'll be back to finish it after this.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
This one has all the tension of a player in the winner's circle on the $100,000 pyramid. Every shot so critical. And it's going to be a desperation, and it goes off the hands of Hudson last. So out of the timeout, Southwest Baptist closes back within one. They win, we'll go to the 15-point tiebreaker. If they lose, it's over. And Janelle to serve it again. Got the spin. This one will be high. Too long. Just beyond the stripe. Jackson decided to rear back and fire, and it's 22-20. And Macy Shaver, who in a circumstances like this, you would expect to see her with a 2-point lead trying to protect it. The set. Every shot so very important. Every angle being measured. And Cavish continues to save shot after shot. Downward flight, but saved by Pogue. That one almost to the ceiling. Block. 3-point lead for the Mule Riders. Check your pulse rates, folks. But you've got one of the best savers, one of the best servers in their conference in Macy Shaver. And you can see the energy over on the bench of Southern Arkansas. Very successful in this classic this weekend. Taking her time. Here's the set. Cavish saving it again. It's in. Once again, Jackson rifles one, and this time it stays. Still alive at 23-21. And it's Kenzie Lilly to serve. She's going to move it over to our left and her right. Almost to the ceiling. And she powers it again. So Jackson is making people learn her name here in the tail end of this one. A 1-point game. And it's Kinsey Lilly. The power of Landry Rogers. It is match point. And Dowenauer to serve for it. The set. Off of the arms of Sadie Cabbage. Not done yet, folks. Southwest Baptist will have to get to at least 26 to send it to a 5th set. The set, and just watch it. And if you think that that isn't high drama and enthusiasm, then I don't think you've measured your own emotions. What a finish out of that. 25-23 in one of the best sets that we have had all weekend long. It took 2 hours and 1 minute to complete it. And it is Southern Arkansas taking the victory 3-1. And to choose our player of the game, there are so many people off this Southern Arkansas team that could be selected because they just had such a great combination all the way across. But we're going to give it to Sadie Cabbage. 32 digs in this game. She was a target all the way through, and it seemed like constantly she was the one that was digging them out of, if not hopeless situations, dangerous situations. So our player of the game is Sadie Cabbage, and congratulations to the young lady from Henrietta, Texas. And we will see Southern Arkansas later in the season here on Flow Sports. Southwest Baptist has one more game to play, and it's not going to be 5 o'clock, folks, but it will be sometime closer to 6 o'clock as they will take on Arkansas Monticello. Right now, we're getting ready for Union against Edward Waters, and that one is going to be at approximately 3:45 Central Time. So mark that on your time calendar, and we will see you then. This broadcast has been a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. Any other reproduction or other use of the description and accounts of this game without the express written consent of Flow Sports or the production company Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. I'm Steve Beverly. We'll be back with you for Union against Edward Waters. And until then, so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.